I felt almost like there were claws in my back.
It wanted us to be scared.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
He would let you know that he is a savage killer.
I will chew your lips off your face.
Right here.
Oh, look! Coffin!
Feels like it's inside my body.
How did he kill you? Steve Bell! Oh my God!
There are things in this world that we will never fully understand. We want answers. We have worked years to build our credibility, our reputation, working alongside the most renowned professionals in the field, capturing groundbreaking proof of the paranormal.
It's working!
Whoa. I can't give you an explanation.
This is our evidence, our ghost adventures. It has been years since we last conducted an official Ghost Adventures investigation at my haunted museum in Las Vegas. But because of a string of deeply disturbing events, we're back for what I can only describe as an emergency intervention. On July 15th, 2024, I was on the road in California. At 1:05 a.m., I did a quick check of the museum security cameras on my phone. And at that time, I started hearing sounds, very loud, unusual, unrecognizable sounds. But then something happened that gave a chill down my body. These very loud growling sounds. It sounded like a Tyrannosaurus Rex was inside my museum. And this lasted for about 15 minutes. There was also a voice of a woman saying the name David. Now, we tried to debunk these noises. I tried to explain them, but we just could not find any logical explanation as to why this occurred. There are other events that occurred, and I'm talking as recent as last week, involving a woman who claims she has seen a very tall, menacing male figure right near the exhibit where I just placed the remains of America's most prolific serial killer. Samuel Little, who died in 2020, preyed on marginalized women, killing multiple victims by strangulation over approximately 30 years.
That's where I pulled her body out and rolled it down there.
He confessed to 93 murders, and law enforcement says they have confirmed at least 60 of them. I'm deeply concerned that the introduction of his remains to the museum have given extra fuel to some of the most spiritually combustible items in the world. And that this evil monster's spirit has been summoned by the other cursed artifacts. We will begin by examining the already intense level of paranormal activity here before the introduction of Samuel Little's ashes. John Shaw has been performing sideshow acts at the museum for 6 years and has extensive knowledge of Satanism and the occult. I talked to him about the terrifying growls heard on the ballroom security camera. Every single effort has been exhausted in trying to debunk this, and we are still inconclusive. Now let's talk about the cause, the building's background.
back in the 70s, the devil worshiping that was factually taking place here.
In 2016, I interviewed a woman who observed clear evidence of satanic rituals in the basement of the museum building.
First thing I saw was a pentagram on the floor, and then there was a circle around that pentagram. And I also saw blood drops.
You're for sure you saw blood?
Positive.
A previous occupant of the building, with government documentation of her family's residence here, testified that her father participated in dark rituals in the basement, and that this is a place of unspeakable horror.
There could, in theory, still be portals left here that maybe were not ever closed.
Yeah, that sound to me, if you were going to create a sound that was going to sound like a portal opening to another realm of reality, that is exactly what I would think.
Right.
And it sounded like something opening, like a tear in the veil. And
It just gave me a chill when you said that for some reason.
Yeah.
In the Bible, the tearing of the veil occurs at the time of Jesus' death and signifies a new kind of access to the afterlife. I asked John to take me to the sideshow room, where there have been hundreds of sightings of a little girl's spirit inside an unfinished room that can only be accessed by entering this old wagon. John believes this little girl could be something much darker, mimicking the innocence of a child and trying to attach itself to unguarded living souls. On the way to the sideshow room, we stop at the ballroom where the demonic sounds were captured on the security camera.
Okay, right over here, this is the security camera that captured the sounds. And just to the left of the security camera is this room here that is really at a focus for me as being a potential source of those sounds. This is the Devil's Rocking Chair.
The Devil's Rocking Chair, which was involved in the exorcism of 12-year-old David Glatzel, caused so many disturbing incidents at the museum that I was forced to temporarily close that exhibit in 2019. Not only do David Glatzel's growls during his exorcism sound eerily similar to those captured in the museum,
I'm doing it!
but the name David is spoken aloud.
So I want to focus a little bit more on investigations in here as well when we do. Whoa.
All right.
Yeah, I just got really dizzy. I did not like that.
Yeah, it looked like you're about to fall over.
Yeah, I didn't like that. I just got dizzy. I just got vertigo really bad.
This room has a history of causing debilitating dizziness. 2 museum visitors have lost consciousness and collapsed in this exact same spot.
Okay, right now we are gonna go through this hallway here. This is gonna lead to the sideshow area. This is where the sightings of the little girl have been, hundreds.
Since Aaron is the most childlike of us, I send him inside the circus wagon where the little girl is often seen to see if he can draw her out.
Little girl, we wanna know who you are. Can you appear for Aaron so we can take your picture?
Aaron's Polaroids show that he is completely alone inside this wagon. But then he feels something unexplained just as I'm attempting to summon the little girl's spirit.
Dude, something just grabbed, see this? See my little pouch here I put all, dude, something just grabbed my Polaroid pouch.
Was Aaron just touched by the little girl's spirit? We turn now to troubling paranormal activity that may have been stirred up by the addition of Samuel Little's remains. I meet with Joy Foster at my headquarters next door to the museum.
God.
The heck? You okay?
Yeah, you just scared me.
It's okay. I do that sometimes.
It is no surprise that Joy is jumpy. Just a week ago, she had a horrifying experience in the room where I keep the van that Dr. Jack Kevorkian used for illegal assisted suicides.
Last week, I stopped by the museum, and it was around 9:30 p.m. I noticed you and a couple of your friends, and you were crying. And at that time, you said that you saw somebody in the museum. What did you see in what area?
When we were about to turn into the Kevorkian office, down the hallway, there was a very tall shadow, but it was not quite a shadow, it was like white. So this thing crouches down and is like right by me smiling.
Like just laughing at us. It's baby right there. It's just laughing.
And I'm very uncomfortable at that point, and I felt almost like there were claws right in my back right here. So that's when I just like lost it. I felt like I couldn't go.
It's like right here.
I feel like I was just so overwhelmed and scared, and it just felt like a million things were just yelling at me that I was gonna hurt someone, and I just like didn't know how to stop it from hurting someone.
This entity was?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it follows us into one other room.
What other room?
It followed us into the room that had Samuel Little's ashes and like all the kind of serial killer stuff in there.
You mentioned Samuel Little's ashes. I didn't even mention him to you. You mentioned that.
Yeah. I just remember that was one of the things I noticed in the room. I kind of almost focused on his ashes because they were in the back, and I just headed there, and then when I headed back out, it was just gone.
So we just added his remains into the museum, I mean, just over about a month ago.
As these events unfolded, I was alarmed by Joy's breakdown and took the Ovilus to the Kevorkian van room.
And every single thing that you would say or I would say, we would then get the message. I said, wow, this room feels really heavy. It said heavy.
Mm-hmm.
I said, where's the entity? And you said, it's on the ceiling. What did we get on the Ovilus?
Ceiling.
Ceiling. We went and asked you, think of a number. You said 1-1.
I mean, I feel like I hear like 11, like 1-1.
And what was on the Ovilus?
11.
11.
Go look at the Ovilus. What number did you say?
11, 1-1.
It was letting us know that it's listening to us. It can see us. It wanted us to be scared. And at that time, I remember both of my fists were stuck in this position. You ever had lockjaw? You know, you're biting so hard, you're waiting for your teeth to explode. I was waiting for my fists to explode. And I think that the aggression of this entity where you said you thought it was gonna hurt somebody, I was feeling it. I was connecting to it. Why don't we walk in there real quick? You want to?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Before we even enter the building, the Ovilus transmits an ominous message.
But because of this...
I've never seen that before, right?
That's crazy.
Wait, what? Follow me for death.
Yeah.
What the
They know that we're coming.
We enter the building and I direct Billy to follow Joy with the XLS to the room containing Samuel Little's ashes.
Does not feel good in here. Am I gonna be the only one in here?
Hold on.
No, hold on.
What was that?
Something did like an
Something
acrobat.
What are you
here.
feeling in here right now?
It just feels like something is just like right here.
At exactly the same time a figure appears on the XLS, Joy says she feels a presence in the room.
It just feels like something is just like right here.
Hey, Samuel Little, why don't you give us the name of some of your victims? A lot of them haven't been identified. Where are they at? Oh, look! Creek casket.
No way!
What the is that all about?
3D direct.
This is breathtaking. I ask a deceased serial killer where his victims' remains are, and I get some disturbingly specific, direct communication. But then the communication continues.
Can you give me another victim's name? Coffin!
Again!
What are the Odds in that, bro. Where are you? Oh, he says linger in the cellar. Go down there. Go.
5. All right.
Billy takes Joy to the basement to see if a female presence provokes a response from this serial killer of women. But Joy doesn't feel comfortable going any farther.
I feel like he definitely wants me back there, alone. I just don't know if it's gonna be a good thing.
Author Gillian Lauren wrote Behold the Monster after spending 3 years interviewing serial killer Samuel Little. I meet with her to get some insight on what kind of spiritual chaos his remains could be causing.
What was his presence like? What was his energy like? Was there something about him that felt inhuman?
I had 3 nicknames for Sam: Perv Grandpa, Snake Monster, and 3-Card Monty. And Snake Monster was the frightening one.
I grabbed her by the legs and pulled her to the water. That's the only one that I ever killed by drowning.
That was if I challenged him or talked too much, you know, shut your mouth or I'll crawl across this table and I will chew your lips off your face.
He would say that?
Yeah.
The monster inside of him was always there.
Yeah.
He would let you know that he is a savage killer.
He believed he owned his victims, like he took their soul.
Yeah.
Like he took their breath. Like, I take your breathing from you. And then he gave it back sometimes. He gave his victims CPR.
After he killed him?
No, brought them back to life and then killed them again.
Are you serious?
Yes.
He was a soul taker.
Gillian says Samuel Little left his personal effects to her in his will, including the ashes from his cremation.
You provided me with Samuel Little's ashes, his remains, and also some of the hand-drawn portraits that he did of some of the victims. So I do gotta tell you, once we put his remains on display in the jail room, where there's also the remains of Charles Manson, there has been some strange phenomena occurring in that room, and also a sighting. Why your reaction like that?
Well, I had his remains in my house.
When you received the ashes and you brought them into your house, you know this is my field of research. And we've investigated numerous cases involving remains and ashes, and that was always a common denominator in attachments and families, especially when that person whose ashes they were an evil person, were a bad person, were possessed. Did you ever have any weird feelings or anything like that when the ashes were in your house? Any changes with you or your family or anything?
Yes.
You did?
Yeah. It just got darker, and I got more and more depressed. And I just, like, started to kind of fold every time I walked into the room, you know? And I got, like, a weird tremor. It wasn't okay having those ashes in the house. It wasn't okay.
We take Gillian to the jail room to assess the energy generated by Samuel Little's ashes and his victim portraits.
This portrait here says, Gillian Lauren, my book writer.
Yeah, he had this incredible memory for faces, and also he learned to draw in the Ohio State Reformatory.
Ohio State Reformatory?
Uh-huh.
Mansfield?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
That's
I
where he learned to
investigated
draw.
there.
He was there when there was a suicide, like someone set themselves on fire above his cell.
What, really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We spoke to an inmate who walked us to a cell where inmate set himself on fire and committed suicide.
That's the one, yeah.
God, it's so weird when these connections start happening. These, like, synchronicities. How does it feel to be around his ashes right now?
You evil. He was so evil. He was so evil, Zach.
We step outside to process these extremely chilling revelations.
Holy was that heavy or what? Billy was off camera. Billy, come here. Were you feeling that same?
Like my stomach feels nauseous, like I'm gonna puke.
Aaron makes a disturbing connection to the messages we got on the Ovilus with Joy.
And hey, he was saying where another body was. You know, the river and the coffin. Like, I wonder if he was trying to tell us where other bodies that he murdered were.
It's weird.
And then it did it twice. Whoa, look at this.
No way.
What the coffin? Now it said coffin.
But there's yet another chilling connection here. Along with coffin, the Ovilus says creek and river. Are these actually the words of a very specific Samuel Little victim?
That's the only one that I ever killed by drowning.
Jillian appears from inside the museum and tells us something that blows us all away.
That's really important. Those details are really important.
Yeah. Did he ever put, like, people in coffins and stuff?
Caskets.
Yes.
What?
Yeah, boxes, yes.
Was a diabolical serial killer taunting us by sending the words coffin and casket? And did he threaten our lives?
Follow me for death. What the?
They know that we're coming.
As we are getting ready to start our investigation, all four of us are at Nerve Center when I see an unexplained light in the ballroom. There was like two lights here, like bright white lights right here. And nobody is inside the museum. No. There was two lights right here.
Oh, yeah,
So we're just starting right now our investigation. As we were setting up, Billy and I were in the doll room, and we started receiving just some really chaotic EMFs that we could not explain. And every time I mentioned the name Gretchen, which is one of the most haunted dolls here at the museum, and then as we're all here observing, I just saw some lights over here, a couple lights, and we're all outside.
What mic are you listening to right now?
I'm just listening to all of them.
You
And
are?
then if I start hearing something, I can kind of isolate which one's which. But right now, it's a mix of
So
everything.
where are the 4 microphones?
So the 4 microphones, you can see one right here in the ballroom.
Okay.
That's a low subsonic frequency microphone. It picks
Okay.
up everything, but it really intensifies the low end. There's another mic right here. You can see the stand here.
In the
That's a
hallway.
shotgun boom mic.
Okay,
That's
aimed.
shooting down the hallway.
Okay.
In here, you can actually see it. See that cable there?
Yes.
That's a microphone that I placed into that room.
Into the little girl,
Exactly, and just
that goes
dropped
to the
it.
little girl's room,
Yep,
the
and just
unfinished
dropped it
room.
down there.
Okay, awesome.
And then the other microphone, it's laying on the Devil's Rocking Chair right now.
Billy and I now enter the museum and head to the ballroom, where the disturbing sounds were recently captured on the museum security cameras. All right, so it's all come down to this. There's so many unknown reasons that I have personally about why you chose me, because I know you did. Why did you do those sounds on July 15th? Did you know that was my father's birthday? As I ask this question, do you know that was my father's birthday? My infrared light unexplainably turns off and then on by itself.
Zach,
What?
I got a really weird prickly feeling around my ears and my neck when you said that. It feels like something just moved in behind me.
Now watch as this strange anomaly manifests out of the same mirror that we just captured this light from. What were those lights? I want to hear those sounds again. Do it for me now that I'm here.
want you to come through the veil. I want you to open it and tear it open. Whatever you are, I demand you to show yourself now.
Zach, literally something standing by me right now with its hands on my shoulders. Because I can feel, it's like a tingly, I'm being dead serious, dude.
During this moment, Billy and I start heading upstairs when Aaron and Jay hear a strange sound in the ballroom.
Did you just hear that? There was this sound like, when you guys were walking.
I didn't hear anything.
Yeah, that was clear.
Where did it come from? What camera?
Did you just hear that?
With this unexplained sound captured, Billy and I now try to elicit more activity by playing the actual audio of the disturbing sounds captured on the security camera.
I'm gonna play the sounds that we captured on that camera right there. Not only did we capture it on that camera, we captured on the camera on the other side of the wall. Once I play these sounds, let us experience it with our own ears and our eyes.
Yeah, full body chills, man.
Who's the David?
David?
Hey.
Yeah.
What if I brought the devil's rocking chair out, put it out in the ballroom?
Bring it out.
As I start trying to remove the devil's rocking chair, I realize it won't fit through the narrow doorway. We sealed it inside of this room with a very thick piece of plexiglass through this opening, so I now begin to remove it.
I feel like this room had something to do with those sounds.
Really?
Because of the name David.
Slide it down.
Is this what you want?
Ed and Lorraine Warren claimed this chair was the throne of the beast that possessed David Glatzel. They would also witness the chair rock violently back and forth, levitate, and move throughout the house by an unseen force.
Why are you so quiet?
We capture this light anomaly once again by the mirror shooting towards the chair. Then it does a 180-degree turn and retreats.
Whoa. Whoa. It's the first spike I got, and it was on you.
I get a spike near Billy with a 12.8 milligauss peak.
I'll go by his camera. You see his camera right here? The meter is on the camera, and it's a 0.2, 0.1. It's not the camera. But I'm just showing, look how fast I'm swinging this.
I am withholding from telling you what the I'm going through right now because it
was on you. It did it twice on you.
It was out there and it jumped on me, and I literally feel like there's just like this force field around my body just holding on to me like this, and I don't like the feeling that I have.
We want to take a moment and show just how black Billy's eyes look right now. And when we compare this footage with other footage taken from this same camera, it doesn't make sense why Billy's eyes look pitch black right now.
Aaron, bring in ITC.
Bro, I'm really angry right now, dude.
As Aaron now enters the museum, I feel it's a good idea to get Billy out of this chair, so we make our way to the other side of the building to the jail exhibit. I begin to use the APFD processor and audio ITC device to see if I can communicate with Samuel Little, the most prolific serial killer in American history, and whose remains are contained in this very case.
We asked you questions the other day and you gave us where they're buried. Who are you?
What's your name?
The only reason we're trying to initiate communication with this monster is to see if he will give any further information regarding the unsolved murders he committed, as he confessed to killing 93 individuals, and more than 60 of those murders have been matched to victims' identities, leaving over 30 still in question.
Come! Whoa! Come! Come! Whoa!
Right after we receive this crystal clear voice saying come, the APFD processor stops working, so Aaron activates the polterpod.
What do you think about your victim, Samuel? I love him.
I love him.
Yes! What do you think about your victim, Samuel? I love him.
I love him.
Yes!
I love him.
Yes!
Samuel Little!
Oh. Whoa!
Samuel Little!
Oh. Oh. Whoa!
What did it say?
Hey, Samuel Little, you're a piece of
Did I say bacon?
Last name.
Yeah, that's my name.
This spirit knows what it's doing right now. It's letting me know that it's getting personal by first saying my last name and then saying my first.
Did I say bacon?
Last name.
Ow, ow. Where are you getting pains right now?
There's a lot of other victims that are still unknown. Can you tell us the name of a victim so that we can give closure to their family? How did Samuel Little, he liked to strangle women, how did he kill you?
Seatbelt.
Seatbelt!
Kidding me?
Oh my God!
Plain as day, seat belt.
How did Samuel Little, he liked to strangle women, how did he kill you?
Seatbelt. Seatbelt.
Seatbelt! What did he do with your body after he strangled you?
They killed.
Are there any protective spirits here that can help us right now, or the victims? Something can help?
Something.
Suddenly, this male voice asks for help. Not once, but twice. Could this be one of Samuel Little's male victims begging to be identified?
Are there any protective spirits here that can help us right now, or the victims? Something can help? Who are we talking to? Robert? Here, say Robert.
Yeah.
Who's in the hallway?
The man.
Who's in the hallway?
The man.
Can I say something right now? Yeah. There is somebody in that hallway.
I agree.
I got over there and I could not get past that.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Amazing and scary inside that cell. All the stuff that just happened. You can call out Zach's last name.
What's wrong?
What are you doing?
It's that encompassing feeling where it's just it feels like it's inside my body
grabbing me like this, doing weird.
We now head back to Nerve Center and regroup for a new plan of attack. Okay, right now I sent Aaron to the ballroom, and Aaron is setting up his Polaroid camera. It looks like some kind of professional one. I don't know the details of it. While he's doing that, Jay is setting up his slow-mo cam. That's gonna capture like anywhere from 200 to 300 frames per second. Very high tech. We're going full visual right now. And Billy is gonna follow me as I scan the museum with the XLS camera. We're gonna immediately head back to the jail cell room to see if we can document who was just talking to us. Whoever we were just talking to, let us see you. With no figures in the jail area, we now head to the doll closet where something incredible is about to happen. Whoa, Billy.
You got something?
Yeah, he's grabbing the doll.
Which one?
I don't know, dude.
I'm over here.
He's grabbing the head of this doll. He can't stop grabbing the head of this doll. Now he's playing with the other doll.
Wait, is it a stick figure?
A big figure. He's playing with the doll. Whoa, now he's grabbing another doll. This is amazing. Watch as this entity is literally playing with the dolls and grabbing them. Could this entity be infusing them or taking their spirit energy? Dude, he's grabbing all the dolls.
How tall is it?
Probably about 6 feet, bent over right now.
Are you serious?
Playing with one of the dolls. Now he just disappeared.
No way.
Now he just disappeared. I just captured a tall figure in the doll closet grabbing all the dolls. It was grabbing this doll's head. Can we find out what doll that is?
Wait, which one? Point to it.
This one. He was grabbing this doll's head and then grabbing Gretchen. Can you see in there?
Yeah.
Do you see the creepy doll to the left?
This guy.
From what I remember, he was grabbing that doll's head. Can you move your eyes? Whatever entity that was grabbing that doll's head, can you move the eyes of that doll?
Right now, I'm just shooting the room and the chair and everything in it. So hopefully, if there's something going on with all that, hopefully I'll capture it.
All right, so I just switched over the slow-mo camera. I just moved it over here with Aaron to shoot the Devil's Rocking Chair. My setting is at 240 frames per second. So if anything is coming out of the chair or sitting in the chair, moving around the chair, we should definitely pick it up.
Jay decides to sit in the Devil's Rocking Chair while Aaron takes UV photos.
Show yourself.
Billy and I now descend into the basement.
Footstep up there. I just heard it. Whoa. I just heard it.
Whoa, Billy.
Yeah.
Where are the guys at?
They're in the ballroom.
I immediately call Aaron and Jay to make sure they aren't in the jail room.
Where are you right now?
Right now, I'm sitting in the same spot with the Polaroid, and Jay is sitting in the chair.
How long have you guys been there?
The whole time?
You were never over at the jail room, right?
No,
We are in the basement, Aaron, and we just heard someone loud footstep walking above us.
For real?
Like somebody was in the jail room. Oh my God. Not only did we hear footsteps, but now these strange sounds occur. And when we check the jail room footage, not only is no one inside there, but the light turns on by itself.
Who the is walking up there?
I don't know.
That's the jail room.
Did you hear that?
Yes.
Who's above us?
Go. there. Why is the light on?
Why is the light on?
Who or what was making the footstep sounds in this room?
Whoa, Billy.
Yeah.
Whoa, Billy.
Yeah.
And why did this motion-activated light turn on while nobody was inside? We firmly believe these are the spirits that we experienced incredible communication with in here earlier. And we ask ourselves, is the man who made himself known and whom our interviewee Joy is terrified of the spirit of Samuel Little? After Aaron's Polaroids develop, we make a startling discovery while Jay was sitting in the devil's rocking chair. As you can see in this first photo, it's normal. Then something starts appearing around him. And in the third photo, these strange light beams appear. And when Jay exits the chair, something truly shocking appears. An energy form seems to be traveling out of the chair with several unusual speckles and spots around the chair. Could this be evidence of the very portal that we believe opened and caused the disturbing sounds captured on our security camera?